So I'm going to start with the first starter deck, and this is the Luffy one. So if you like red, this is like basically rush and damage and power. So that's why it's a bit more of an attacker deck. So let's have a look inside. So this is your leader. So I'm playing like as Luffy. And then these are your characters. And then you get events as well. And then stages. They're like the 3 types of cards. Your Don basically means like your allowance of when you can play stuff. So each turn you get 2 Don. So let's say Usopp here, he's got like a number 2 on him. That means it needs 2 Don to play. So you rest him to say it's played, and then you can't play anymore. So rest 2, that's played, and then he can't attack the turn he's played unless he has Rush. So some cards do have Rush. In the starter deck we have Sanji and Luffy. So Luffy obviously can be played and rushed, he's worth 5, and Sanji's worth 2, but you need to give him 2 Don. That's what the black bit at the bottom means here. So if they have Don, then that means they can use this ability, and his ability is he gains rush if he has 2 Don. Your leader ability, it says here, active main once per turn. So that means once per turn, like active main is your turn, you can do his ability, which means he can give your leader or character a rested Don. So when you give a Don to a character, at the bottom here it says plus 1,000. So now Luffy will be at 6,000. So if we were to do the Sanji ability, you can give him an active Don, but you can't normally give rested Don, but Luffy's ability lets you give 1. So now Sanji has Rush, because he's got 2 Don, and that means he's got 6,000 and Rush. So it's the same with attacking characters. So you see the leader here has 5,000 attack, and this Luffy here that's coming after me is 6,000. So if he attacks me, then that means I got 6 into 5. I need to counter it. So how do I counter it? Well, you use these counter cards. So I've got 2,000 here on Brook, or 1,000. So if you would think if I put it to 6, then that would counter it, but no. Attacker gets advantage, so 6 into 6, the attacker always wins. So I use the Brook and bring him to 7. Now, if I can't defend that hit, then I've got to take a life, which has been nicely put down by the side in the life pile. There you go, so I've got 5 life at the bottom of the leader. So now I'm being hit, I have a choice. I can either block it, or counter it, or take it. If you take it, then you don't really want to be doing that too much, because if you take it and you've got no life, then that means you've lost the game. So that's how you win the game, is whoever has the most, like whoever like hits the person with no life first wins. So let's shuffle this up. And then your opponent has to shuffle as well. So when that's ready, there you go.
Give a good old cut of the
deck. A little tap to make sure it's all good. I'll put my deck here. And then you draw 5 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is how it goes. Your Don deck, your life, your leader, your deck, and your trash. So let's get a dice up, which I was totally going to get. Okay, so this is how we determine who goes first. So I'm going to give it a roll. Oh, you got your life already. You decide if you want to mulligan your hand.
Oh, alright.
Well, I got a 5. What did you get?
Let's see.
3. So I'm going to go first. So I'll look at my hand and see if there's anything I can play first couple of turns. Nothing I can really play, but I'm going to keep it anyway because it's a good one. So let's put the Don deck this way. And now I'm going to put my life down, because if you don't like your hand, you could always mulligan your first one before you do your life. Now because my leader has 5 life, so I've got 5 life. Alright, so I go first. So on first turn, you don't draw a card if you go first, and you only put 1 Don down, because you've got advantage, because that means I can attack first. So I've got nothing to play here, that's like 1, so over to you, Matt. So
going second, I bring in 2. I do get to draw my card for this turn.
Yep.
See what it is? Interesting. I think, to start with, we will rest the Don.
Oh, he's playing something.
To play out Beppo.
Oh, good one.
Because it's my first turn, I can't swing, so
that's
I'll
right,
pass.
yeah. So my turn now. Now I can swing. So I take 1. I've drew a 1 cost 1. Put 2 Don in. Now I'm going to pay to play him, so I'm going to rest 1 Don to play 1. It's 1 chopper. Then I'm going to rest 2 to play a 2 Usopp. Now this is when we get to leader abilities. So Luffy's got an ability where I can add a rested Don to a character or a leader once per turn on my turn. So now I'm going to give this rested Don to Luffy, and on your turn, if you give a Don to a character, it's 1,000 extra. So now I'm swinging 6 at Matty's leader, which is 5.
So I'm going to use this card here, as it's got counter value on the top. I'm going to counter for 2,000.
So now Kid's at 7,000, so that attack does not go through. Matty don't take a life.
Put that in my trash.
And now I pass to you.
So I draw my card again, set my rested Don as active, and get 2 more Don.
Cool.
Let's have a little think about what we want to do here. So we've got an interesting card. Tap another 1. Jewelry Bonnie. So, Bonnie's ability allows me to rest a Don and rest this character.
Yeah.
To then look at the top 5 cards of my deck for a Supernova card.
Yeah, and it says Supernova at the bottom of the card of what they are. So right at the bottom where Bonnie says Supernova. So now Matty can...
So I think we're going to go with this one right here, as it says Supernova here at the bottom.
Do you have to reveal that to your opponent, or is it
I
just...
do actually.
Haha!
I do.
Now I know what he's got. So
And then I can place these at the bottom in any order.
Alright, so that's...
And I still have 2 Don remaining. So I'll swing 5,000 at your leader.
Alright, I'm going to take this and see if there's a trigger. So you peek to see if you see that yellow band, and I don't. There is no trigger. It would say at the bottom if there was. And I add that to my hand.
And then I'm going to attach 2 Don here to Beppo, which gives him 2,000 power. So he's swinging 5,000 at your leader again.
Okay, now this is when the blocker comes in. If I arrest Chopper, he becomes the centre of attention. So now Beppo's gone into into Chopper now, and Chopper's destroyed and put in my trash. So now I don't take the life, but I've lost my blocker.
And that is the end of my turn.
Cool. I am going to draw my card. Oh, would you look at that? And then bring 2 more in. Everything restands. That's been played. Now let's see what I can do. I've got 5 Don to play with. I'm going to play a stage out. That goes this side next to the leader for 2. Now if I rest this stage, a Straw Hat gets 1,000 power this turn. So I'm going to rest this one and give it to Luffy. But now I'm going to play Sanji. And this is going to give Sanji his chance to show his ability off. So if I give him 2 Don, he gets Rush, which means he can attack on the turn he's played. So I'm going to give Luffy's ability a go. 1 rested Don to Sanji. Got 1 left over. So now Sanji's at 6, but he's got 2 Don, which means now he's got Rush, which means he can attack on the turn he's played. So I'm going to swing 2 into Bonnie straight away to see if he defends his Searcher, because she can keep getting him cards.
I think we're going to have to let that one go.
Oh, Bonnie's destroyed. A win for Usopp. Then I'm going to go 6 into Beppo, because I want to clear his board.
Don't like Beppo, do you?
I love Beppo, but I just don't like to see him attack me, because I'll be losing life pretty quick if you got more characters on board. Then, because Luffy's at 6 because of the rested stage, I'm going to go 6 into Kid and see if he takes his first life.
And we'll take that first life.
So,
Ooh.
nice. Oh, there's a trigger.
There's a trigger.
Are you going to do the trigger? Or?
I'm not going to do the trigger.
Oh, good.
So this one has a trigger here, as you can see with a yellow band. And for me, it's up to 2 Don cards as active, though I'm pretty sure there's nothing else Tom can do on his turn, so I'm not going to activate that right now.
That's a wise move. But it's nice to know what the trigger is, isn't it? So, cool. Right, and I'm going to pass to you, my good sir.
Good. So draw my card for the turn, set all my things back as active, and bring in my 2 new Don.
Ooh.
Ooh, I've got some things I think I can do.
Oh, yeah.
Tom.
See if you can beat my turn.
See if we can beat it. Okay, I see. Let's go for a classic.
Okay.
We'll go 5. Let's go into Usopp.
No, okay. There's no way I want to risk more counters to defend Usopp. It won't be a wise move. I mean, as you guys know, I've already got counters. So Matty doesn't know that, so don't tell him. Shh.
Yeah. Keep that secret. I'm going to rest 3.
Okay.
And play Killer.
Oh, yeah.
So, on play, is its ability, KO up to one of your opponent's rested characters with a cost of 3 or less. So I'm going to target your Sanji.
Yep, Sanji's gone
Blow
as well.
right
and
off
there's
the
nothing
board.
I can do about that. I couldn't even counter it because it's an ability. Oh dear.
And then I'll pay another 3 and just play just good old 3 cost 5k body.
Woo.
And I'll pass over to you.
Cool, that was a good turn. That was better. So let's restand my guys, restand my Don, bring 2 in, and draw a card for turn. So now I need to consider what I'm going to do. Let's do an event card, just so I can show you what they do. I'm going to pay 4, rest that, and now I can play an event card. And this is called Gum Gum Jet Pistol. And this KOs a character at the cost of 6,000 power or less. So I'm going to get rid of Vito.
Killer, you said, right?
No, I said Vito.
Yeah.
I said Vito. Yeah.
Okay,
Don't make me go back and vid it. Yeah, so that's 1 dead. And then I've got 3 more to play with. So I'm going to put down this Zorro. So rest 3. So when he has a Don, he gets an extra 1,000 power. Normally, when you put Don on characters, the turn it's ended with, they do not get their Don power. But because it doesn't say on my turn or his, he's just going to be constantly at 6 as long as there's a Don with him. So I'm going to now activate the Sunny, rest that, give Luffy 1,000, give Luffy a rested Don, so he's at 6,000 because of Sunny, 7,000 because of the Don, and then 7,000 into his leader.
I think I'm going to take that one.
Now the tables have turned.
And then no trigger for me.
No trigger. Over to you.
I'm going to draw my card for the turn. That is quite comedic. Set our leader is active and set our Don is active as well. And then bring in 2 more.
Now we're on it.
So I think we might play a quite passive turn here. We'll go 5,000 at your leader.
Okay. I'll take that. Why not? Trigger! So now, a trigger, you don't have to pay the cost to play this card. So here's that Gum Gum Jet Pistol I used earlier. So I'm going to KO his and stop his killer from attacking me. And that goes to my trash.
And then I'm going to rest the big old 7.
Oh no, what is that?
And play out the good old Eustace Captain Kit.
Ooh.
Who has the blocker attribute and has a 7k body.
Is that your best card in this deck?
I think it is. I think it is.
Right.
I'm pretty sure.
So what does he do again? So
he's a blocker, and if he's got a Don on him, at the end of my turn he becomes active again.
Oof. So that means he can attack and then switch him to active to do the blocker effect, to switch it to active to block. Oh, very clever indeed.
I think that's me done.
So I need to be hitting higher than 7s if I want that off the field, or if I can bring it down to kill it. So draw 1. And then bring 2 more in. Yeah, sorry, we are playing like out in public, so we can't hunt the road.
Yeah,
Alright then! So
at a motorbike arena, it seems.
I'm gonna like kind of do this out so I know what's coming. So I want that one dead, but I don't know how I'm gonna be able to KO it. So first things first, I'm gonna do a bit of a fearmonger tactic. I'm going to rest the Sunny, which I forgot to unrest then. Give him 6,000. Give him a Don, which makes him 7,000. And now because of his ability, he gets him to 8,000 because he's got a Don on him. So wait for the motorcycle to rev up. Okay, so now I am going to swing. Oh, what is he doing? Like,
He wants to get in that time with the top video.
yeah, well, shout out for the guy on the motorcycle who's revving his like engine. Okay, so 8,000. What is he doing? Okay, don't worry, we're gonna cut that a couple minutes soon. That'll be on the outtakes. Okay, so yeah, I've given him. So he's on 8,000. So let's do this again. Let's rest him to give Zoro 6,000. Give Zoro a Don, which makes him 7,000. But because he's got a Don on him, that brings him to 8,000 because he's got an extra 1,000 power. So let's have a look. Go. And I'm gonna give him another Don to make him 9. And swing 9 at leader. Oof. Let's see if he blocks it or if not.
So I think I'm going to play a bit naughty here. I'm going to take that life.
Oh, you are, yeah?
Interesting.
And now I'm going to do another trick.
Always do another trick.
So I'm going to do another event, which is called Diablo Jambe. And that means this character can activate a blocker this turn. I mean, like when this character attacks. So every time Luffy attacks now for this turn, no blockers can be activated. it's kind of like an equip. Then I'm going to give a rested Don to Luffy, which makes him 6. And then I'm going to put 4 aside for no reason. So 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to swing 8,000 now, unblockable, at Kid.
I think I can't let you have that one.
Oh, there's no way you can get out of that.
So what, 8,000?
8,000.
So we'll block.
You can't block because of Diablo Jambe.
Oh, because of Diablo Jambe, yeah.
Yeah?
No, tap 1. We're going to play Scalpel.
Oh, what does Scalpel do?
So Scalpel gives Kid plus 2,000 power,
Yeah.
and sets one of my Don cards as active.
Okay.
So he's on 7,000.
So that costs 1 Don to play.
Yeah.
You're sneaky, and it brings it back.
I need 2 more to
Yeah.
be able to counter this. So we're going to use 2 X-Drake 1k counters.
Ah, okay, and that's brilliant.
And get out of that attack.
So yeah, I don't know how you managed to get out of that one. So then I'm going to play a free for a vanilla Nico Robin, no effects, he's just a free 5,000 power. And then play another one for a blocker chopper. And then I'm going to pass over to you, Matt.
Good. So I'll set everything's active.
Okay.
Draw my card for the turn.
Alright.
Interesting one. And take my last 2.
Alright, so now Matt is the first one to reach 10 Don. So he's just going to be at 10 each turn now, unless he can neg Don. But we'll get to that in another video.
So I'll start off. I think this is the simplest. We've got to put 1 Don on Kid, because we've got to have that effect activate no matter what.
That's true.
So we got 9 Don to play with then. I'll start by doing... flipping them over, it seems. 8,000 at your Zoro.
So now I've got to block this one because I don't want Zoro to die. I know a lot of people would let him die, but not me. I like my characters, except for poor Chopper. Chopper's become the blocker, the centre of attention. Kid's destroyed him. Ah!
You fool.
What do you mean, my fool? What have I done?
5. For Trafalgar Law.
I am.
So I get to set one of my... Oh no, I can't. It's a cost of 7. I knew that.
That was close.
That was a close one.
I almost sweated that then.
But you've got 1 card.
I got 1 card in hand. It could be anything. Could be an jet pistol.
Could be anything. So let's do... what was it, Tom? What was it there?
It was a destroyer. It's
Mirror
Mirror
I want
Force.
to do 8,000 there at your Zoro.
At my Zoro?
Yeah, your Zoro. Right
then, so if I had a 2k counter in my hand, remember, a Don is on Zoro, which makes him 6, so he would still be dead. There's no way I can get around it, so he's dead. And I felt the burn.
Then we'll do a good old Tappity of the Fall.
Yep.
Play it on X-Drake.
Ooh.
And I'll pass over to you, and at the end of my turn, this restands.
Yeah, because of course he's got the ability. Oh dear. So everything goes back as active. My Don goes back into my Don deck. My characters are on the field. So now I've got my last Don. Whoop. So now I'm at 10, because I can't take 2. Then I'm going to draw a card for turn. Ha ha ha. Lucky me. So now I need to kind of figure out if I can survive or not this turn. So I'm going to put 2 aside for no reason whatsoever and divide this equally amongst them to try and see if I can get rid of that blocker or his 2 life. So wish me luck, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So first things first, I am not going to attach all of my Don onto the characters yet, because that will be bad, because you don't know what will be in his triggers. So if I did like meh, and then you figured out a way for me to not attack with a character, I can't take the Don back. So let's go 10 at life and see if he takes it.
I think I might have to there.
Oh, you don't want to use your fancy blocker?
No, I'm leaving him. I'm leaving him for now, because I feel like you're going to do a bigger swing than
Alright, so now then, Matty's at 1 life left. So if I get rid of this last life and then hit him when he's at 0, I've won. So I've got 3, I've got 1. At the minute it's looking good for me, but he's also got 3 characters on. I don't know what's in his hand. So then now, let's play a Risk. Karoo. Now I've got a rested Don, because I've rested 1 to play him. Give that to Luffy. Give this to Luffy. So rest the stage. Luffy's now got another 1,000. Can we work it out at home how many on? So 1,000 extra. Another 1,000 extra. And then this Don I didn't play. So 6, 7, 8, 9, another 10. 10 at leader, or as in the biz, face.
So I'll block that one.
So he's blocking with 7,000.
I'm going to play another event. So I'm resting 2. So up to one of my characters gains plus 4,000 power during this battle, and
so
set
now
one
he's
Don
at
as
11.
active. So now he's at 11, counters that hit.
Okay, so Kid survived. That was a good move. And then my last one, I play a chopper blocker. Over to you.
Very good.
Now, I've got no cards in hand, so he knows all I've got is on the field. So
Let's see what I
he
can
does.
do here.
This could be pretty good for you.
Could be. Let's have a look.
Fucking...
I think we'll start. Let's do. So with this character's ability, on my turn when I give it a Don,
Yeah.
if it's rested, all my Supernova and Navy type leaders and characters gains 1,000 power.
How many Navy and Supernovas have we got?
So here's Supernova here,
Yep.
Supernova here,
Yep.
Supernova here.
So that's pretty bad.
So as I rest this to declare my attack, he goes to 7,000. I'll do 7,000.
So
Okay, swing at your leader.
I could block with a chopper, but in a minute I kind of need bodies on board because I'm not going to win next turn if I can't get over that blocker. So I'm going to take the life and see what I get. Any triggers? No.
Sad times, sad
No.
times. I'm going to do something cool.
Oh,
Ready
yeah?
for this?
I'm watching.
I'm going to tap 5.
Yep.
And I'm going to play out. True five with law, but I definitely didn't fail to do last
no.
turn. So restand this.
Okay, why do you restand it? Just a character?
So with this ability, it tells me to set up to one of my Supernova or Heart Pirate type rested characters with a cost of 5 or less as active.
And that's him extra because he's a cost of 4.
So I'll swing that 7 again, this time into
Oh,
Nico Robin.
no! Robin is dead. I was hoping you neglect my characters. Alright.
Then we'll do a good old 1 Don here.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll swing actually 9,000 into your leader because this is rested.
Oh yeah, that's true. So I can't defend 9. So I'm going to take a... Have we got? Nope, I've not.
No trigger, no
I've got
trigger.
another character. Or...
And then we'll do a simple 6,000 to your leader.
2k counter.
Very well.
Leafy
very
is
well.
at
Very
7.
good, yes. Now tap 1
Yep.
to play out
Oh,
Capone,
no.
Beige. And then I'll pass my turn.
Cool. I
The
am going...
motorcyclist has returned.
Oh, Jesus. Nothing else to do. Right. Take 1.
Oh, and this restarts at the end of my turn. I forgot about this one.
Right. So... what am I going to do? This is probably one of my best cards, but I didn't want to tell Matty that yet. So let me see. How many cards do you have in hand?
3.
So, I'm trying to work out the counters he has here. So let me see if I can work this. Right. I am going to give Karoo 7 and 7 into the 4 to make him 7 because he's a free 7 at leader.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yep.
I think I'm going to block that one.
Yep. That's blocked. What can I do? To be fair, it's not looking good for me now either way. Let's play a Nami and activate her ability. So she is like Luffy. She gives a rested Don to a character. So I'm going to give that not to anybody yet. I'm going to instead. I'm going to rest Luffy and rest this one and give like Luffy 1,000 power and go 6 in life.
I'll block that one.
You're going to block it, are you?
I'm going to block it.
Cool.
Because it's 6 into 7.
It
The blocker
is.
stays alive.
Then I'm going to play my Rush Luffy. So Rush, obviously, you can attack on a turn it's played. So rest 5, activate these two's ability, give them 2 rested Don. 1 from Nami, 1 from Luffy. Now Luffy becomes unblockable, which is not very useful at the minute. So I don't think I'm going to be able to survive this next turn. So I know I can't win, but we can see what we can do. So I'm going to at least go 8 into Kid and just hopefully slow down the burn process.
I'm going to rest 2.
Oh, here he
And
comes.
play another Repel to go
No.
up 4,000.
So he's still in. Over to you.
Over to me. So everything gets set back as active. My Don returns to my field. I draw my card.
And if I didn't explain it as well, if a character's arrested, they can be attacked.
So have you got any cards in your hand, Tom?
Yes.
How many?
None.
Oh! So here, guys, I think I'm just going to have to go and slam right down the centre. So let's do 7,000 at your leader.
I'll take that, hoping my trigger's going to save me. It does, in a way. I'm going to bring Luffy. This trigger basically gives my character 6,000 layer until the end of the turn. So basically he's at 1,000 extra, so now he's at 6,000. Sorry, I should have explained. And, yeah.
I'll do something cool.
There we go.
Because I've not done this yet, and I feel like it's a good thing to do. So I'm going to attach 6 of my Don to Kid here.
Yep.
Swing 11,000 your leader.
I'm going to block with Chopper.
But then I'm going to use his ability. So I may rest 3 Don and trash a card from my hand, of which I'll trash that.
Yeah.
Then set him back as active.
No!
And then swing another 11,000 at your leader.
And I take no life because I've got none. And that's how you win.
Well played, Tom.
Well played, mate, well played.
What was this last one?
And what was your last life? Let's have a look. Oh, a heat, yeah.
Just a heat.
You did well blocking. When you pulled that second blocker down, I knew I lost. Well then, that's the starter deck, yeah?
Yeah, I quite like it.
It's interesting, isn't it? Just keeping it simple to what the other decks would play.
Yeah.
Alright, okay. So here's some cards to note. Obviously the leader, once per turn, if you put you can put a rested Don on him or a character. And then this is still played in a lot of meta decks now anyway, like Guard Point, especially like in red. So you rest 1 Don when someone's attacking you, and it brings your leader up by 3,000. Yeah, so you got Diablo Jambe, and that basically equips it to a character, and that makes them unblockable, so they can't activate blocker. Jet Pistol, this is still played. It's got a really good trigger, because obviously you pull it from life, you can use it for free, but if not, it carries a 6,000 power. That's still used in decks. Right, some people use this 1-cost Nami, because it adds a rested Don to a character, so that's really useful. Because once you play a character, it basically gives you like Shadow Don. I mean, I play this one in my Luffy deck still, but a lot of people don't, but I still think it's pretty good. Give it 2 Don, and it has Rush, so Rush is, it can attack on the turn it's been played, so that's pretty useful and it catches people off guard. A lot of people still play this Sorrow, because it gives him an extra 1,000, not just on your turn, but on your opponent's, because it doesn't specify turn order. Yo! And here's Brook, here's a 2k counter, and on play it gives 2 rested Don to a character. So you play him, give it to a character, you got a body on board, so it's basically a free card really, and it's also a 2k counter. And here he is, my buddy Chopper. So for 1 Don, he's just a cute little blocker. He can be KO'd quite easy, but what can you do? At least he can take a lot of damage if you're still on. So you want to play him like late game normally. Vanilla Frankie, which is 4 Don, and he's just 6,000, so he's hard to get rid of. And then here's the one that everybody plays. This is Rush Luffy. Give him 2 Don, he becomes unblockable, and he's got Rush and 6,000 power. Like, I mean, what more could you want?